Welcome, mortals, to the Fantasy Football War Council's podcast. Here are your gods of war, Jonathan Arneson, along with Mario and Daniel Gutierrez.
Hello and welcome to another meeting of the Fantasy Football War Council. I'm your god of war, Jonathan, and as always, I'm joined by the tricksters of triumph, the brothers group, Daniel and Mario. Gentlemen, excuse the frog in my throat today. So,
Oh, drafting Mahomes, are we?
yeah, well, no, I try to stay away from that one.
Too much wailing.
Gifted. Yeah, he's gifted with those red flags, though. So, all right. Well, on today's War Council, we have the Week 6 winners. And again, only one of us is allowed to win. Congratulations, Daniel.
I hate this trend.
Yeah, this trend needs to go. We need some wins here. Who's going to listen to a bunch of losers? I swear I'm 6-0 in my other podcast, okay? All right, so we have today's news. We have the Week 6 winners. And we also have a question in from a listener. So take us away.
All right. Ravens are the second team this season to release C.J. Gardner-Johnson from their practice squad. They didn't even make it to the team.
No, he did not. Hootie punch.
Oh.
Hootie punch.
Yeah, right.
Dude. You know what, though? Talk about a bag getter. That guy's getting signed, and these signing bonuses are the biggest thing you get when you're passed around like this. So
Absolutely.
he's doing all right by himself.
Yeah, he's doing just fine.
Now, someone else who's not doing as okay, DJ Moore. He gutted it out for the last of the Washington-Chicago game in pain and ended up spending the night in the hospital. It was explained as a growing injury, but medical experts are saying that it was likely a case of testicular torsion. It would have been extremely painful, and it can be life-threatening if not corrected. So they believe it was probably corrected throughout the night, and that he will be day-to-day based on pain management. I don't believe the team's going to rush him back, so we might be looking up to a little more Luther Burden and some Colson Loveland, as Colson Loveland's finally feeling healthy. So that could change the landscape a little bit for fantasy, at least for this week.
So it
rough
could be
injury.
life-threatening testicular torsion. Is that just because you're like, just kill me, just kill me?
No, actually, since it twists up,
Uh-huh.
it can restrict the blood flow, and then it can go septic.
Yeah, it is extremely painful. Yeah. Yeah. Not speaking for
There's not many worse ways to go at that point.
And he kept playing through it. He kept
Yeah.
playing through it.
And you
But
could see him on the field in pain at moments. They showed it. The announcers
Yeah,
talked.
so he was
Dang.
so it's through exertion or hereditary. So since this is older than what hereditary normally hits, then it was definitely through exertion of his body. John, you going through something similar right now?
No, thank goodness I am not. Oof. No, I'm good. So, all right, Brian Callahan has fired as head coach from the Tennessee Titans. His father, Bill Callahan, left on principle. Well,
Yeah,
strong principles.
that's
Tennessee
I mean,
continues
And
to fire.
Cincinnati should snatch them both up.
Absolutely.
right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I think Tennessee's problems aren't really coaching related, but
Yeah.
it could be. I mean, get the right coach in there, I guess. But
Their team building's always been horrible.
yeah, yes, it has been.
All right, next one. Emeka Ebuka had his MRI yesterday. Awaiting results. The Buccaneers leaned hard on the Johnson brothers during this game, Tez and Cameron. Emeka Mbuka is expected to miss next week as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
That's a huge bummer. Major loss to anybody holding him, but hopefully it's good news and it's not a long lasting injury. So
Yeah, I agree. And then, well, when we face the Lions next week, we'll be facing them without Brian Branch, who has received a 1 game suspension from the Lions uh, for starting the brawl with Chiefs players. Uh, and that works for us. And the Lions organization stepped up and gave him a penalty before the NFL could. So I think they were trying to make sure it was more lenient.
yeah, I mean, smart on their part, saying trying to do this the slap on the hand on their own part. Hoping the
Be
NFL will
proactive.
be nicer. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
The Lions are like, look, we took care of him. Make sure you investigate Smith Schuster there.
Right, because people are noticing it's always the second person that gets the penalty. It's never the person that throws the first punch, spits, whatever, makes the comment, starts the fight. So
Yep.
it's always the guy that gets caught. So
Yeah.
all right,
Mhm.
Puka Nakua will miss some time with the ankle sprain. Look like a high ankle sprain too. So could
Yeah.
be 4 to 6 weeks.
He's a tough kid, man. He tried
He
coming back, and
absolutely
he
is.
did actually for a little bit.
Yeah, he went back out though.
Hmm.
Yeah, that is definitely one tough kid.
Yep. And some news that surprises no one. UTEP's study finds that the referees do favor the Chiefs, especially in primetime games. Mahomes receives roughing the passer calls at a rate of 45.3% higher than their opponents. In separate games on this weekend, JSN was fined for taunting when he spun the football in celebration. Mahomes got no such fine for using the same celebration before pointing at Brian Branch and flexing and doing this on his jersey while looking directly at him. If this wasn't enough, the Chiefs became the first team in 70 years to play a game without a single penalty called on them. Not suspicious at all.
I saw a really funny thing earlier, and it was like it brackets the NFL teams by like who's going to be in the Super Bowl to like you should be playing in high school, and it had at the very top the Chiefs, and it's like don't ask questions, they're winning the Super Bowl, and then right under them was like the Buccaneer flag, and then Baker Mayfield's face, and it's like funnest to watch in the NFL. And it went down the list, but it was really funny. Just everyone's talking shit. I mean, I saw this earlier, the UTEP study, and I thought that it made me laugh. I just, it's coming out. People are noticing. They're they're
Yeah.
getting
Now,
calls in favors.
Oh, there's so
and
many holding calls when with teams that are playing the Chiefs that are protecting on the offensive line. Like
Mhm.
seriously, and the Smith Schuster's blocking the back. Like there's just dirty shit that they don't get called on.
Absolutely,
yeah, and the Kelsey catch that wasn't a
Oh
catch,
my
was
gosh.
and
not
so
a catch.
yeah, so there's that, and there's also like I just look back through the years of the Bears quarterbacks and how much the refs let them get nailed, absolutely
Jay
nailed, and nothing.
Cutler.
And I'm like, do the refs hate the Bears? Because I don't see this happening with any other team's quarterbacks, and they just get abused, man.
I do remember some calls in that Colts Bears game, the Super Bowl, that went against the Bears that like it was clearly things that should have gone in their favor.
Yeah.
I question. I do question. That's something for a higher power. I won't ask this Bears fan.
And speaking of a higher power,
All right.
what do our listeners have to say?
Well, let's answer the question we had come in from our email from Zeke the Prophet 87 at gmail.com. Oh,
Mario, how
mighty
about you?
war council.
How about
What?
Mario reads it and rest
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah.
laryngitis
Have-
there?
I thank you.
All right. It says, "Oh mighty war council, I've been offered a trade that's testing my faith. I'd give up Bijan Robinson, but get back Saquon Barkley and Devontae Adams. Do I accept this offering, or is this just another false idol trying to lead me astray?" Awesome
Awesome
question.
question. Super awesome, right? I loved it. Um,
Yeah.
Daniel, what do you think? I mean,
I think that, of course, I'm going to give like the analytical answer, right? It depends on your league. What's the
and your
scoring
team.
like in your league? Is it a keeper league? Is it dynasty? How's your team? Are you hurting on wide receiver? I'd say if it's not a keeper league and you're hurting at wide receiver, then you're down tiering from BJ Robinson to Saquon Barkley, who it's a pretty big down tier this year, but Saquon has a high ceiling, so that's
Especially,
okay. And Devonte Adams has been propped up by touchdowns, but if you're hurting at wide receiver and you really need wide receiver, then yeah, maybe you go for this trade because you're stepping down and you're improving in one area. If it's a keeper, absolutely not. If you've got
I
decent wide receivers, absolutely not.
agree. And I assume, being that we didn't get any, team with this answer, uh, I assume it's a redraft because there's no picks involved or anything like that. So yeah, uh, hard to give up Bijan, especially when they're doing so well. But if you need the wide receiver, that's not a bad running back wide receiver combo to have.
yeah, I'm looking and I'm not seeing them go against awesome running defenses, except the Buccaneers and Seahawks. So uh, I think Bijan's going to kill the rest of the year, and this would not be worth it.
Yeah, looking at matchups, then you start digging into it. Yeah,
Yeah, just digging straight
hard to
through
get points
matchups.
doing so good.
Yeah, he could be doing between 27 to 40 something points per week, and that's hard to give up, even though you're getting two people back. Um, Saquon, I think the hits have gotten to him, and he's gonna have to take a postseason off in order to heal up with the amount of carries he took last season for him to come back to strength, and that doesn't help us in fantasy this year. So
Yeah, you're talking a 10 spot difference. So if you're in a if you're in a 10 man, I mean he's a round lower at this point. Bijan's running back 3 and Saquon's rank 13. So,
yeah,
yeah. Again, it comes down to if you're needing the wide receiver or not. Yeah, I think that's a tough
Hmm.
question without more answers to give a proper
oh,
question.
that's true. If you're desperately in need of a wide receiver, that could it depends on who else you have,
Well,
because
and if,
a
sorry, I didn't
lot
mean
of
to
people, a lot of people right now who have someone like Saquon also picked up Scattaboo in like the third round. And so if you don't need him and you need a wide receiver, you could do worse than Devonte Adams. So it just depends on the situation.
and in the situation that Puka's going to be out for a while, Devontae's probably the guy that's going to get more of the looks, in that
Yeah,
offense. So,
yeah. So,
okay.
but I don't know if that makes up the point total difference with Bijan. You might try to hit up Whittington on the waivers instead. But yeah, what it's something to consider for sure. It depends on your specific circumstance.
Yeah, what's that? Adams in our league has 84 points on the season, so he's sitting probably like wide receiver 15. 16. So
Yeah, that ain't bad.
it's not terrible. It's not a bad offer.
That's a
It's
high
still,
wide receiver too.
yeah. Yeah. Like we said, if you need the wide receiver, that's hard to give a
Yeah.
Bijan though.
Oh yeah. He could make up the difference, but if you have to fill spots and you don't have anyone to fill it with,
A
that's
zero
that's
hurts
something
more.
too. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well, thanks for writing in. We really appreciate that question. That's a good question.
It was. And now to get in to see how we're doing a little bit on our battles. John, I was sweating bullets on this one because I picked.
Not good.
It's on fire.
I picked Jose in the pick'em for this one, so
Oh, yeah.
I I was sweating a little bit, thinking I might get a drop here. Uh, this was a week where several teams struggled to break the 200-point threshold. Not a high-scoring week. Uh, both teams exchanged really impressive blows and whiffs as they duked this out, like two ex-heavyweights on a bender. Some of the blows they landed were earth-shattering, and the rest seemed less than inspiring. Kuiper Belt soldiers were led by Sam Darnold and George Pickens with a combination of 59.6 points between them, and backed by linebacker Nate Landman, who's been a star, 26 points by himself. Steelers D with 25.2 points, and the immortal Zach Ertz with 20.3 points. Get the fuck out of the way so my Senate can get in there and get some scores in. But anyway, continuing. Kendrick Bourne with 18.7 points. Pete Warner with 18 points, and Jalen Warren bringing up the rear with a participation trophy worthy performance of 11.5. Jose's other five players barely showed up, like the kids that didn't really play but brought the orange slices. In fact, Fred Warner and Devin Lloyd left early in this match, and they need to be replaced on his roster. With that open opportunity, John's Warriors were led by Baker Mayfield, 27.74 points, and linebacker Mac Wilson of the Cardinals. He's been awesome, 27.45 points. And Devin White, 31 points. The rest of their Warriors tried and clawed but were outmatched. They did not that did not dissuade them. The rest of the Warriors, oh sorry, they had Baker freaking Mayfield leading the way. They got closer and closer and closer, and finally expired just 3.66 points shy of tying the limping Kuiper Belt soldiers. John, you saw an opportunity and you took it. It wasn't enough, but if you keep taking shots like this, W's will eventually come. You came the closest to topping your opponent and earned this week's Spartan Shield. It's not a consolation, but a reminder of unfinished business. And Jose better watch his back next time.
Definitely. I mean, 3.66. I mean, this came down to me like screaming at the TV, just tackle somebody, Edmonds. Come on. Like, do something. It was so close. Just the decisions you make. I was going to start Barner, and I didn't. And he did better than Pitts. So, again, the
That's
decisions you make.
so hard.
It
Yeah.
is. You never know.
That's
We do our
that's not
best.
a proven thing yet. That's something you got to take notes on for this season.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. In our next battle, On one side stood Hercules' huge sock, a name promising strength, courage, and cotton based dominance. On the other, saving Ryan's privates yet again. The scrappy underdog who stormed the gates with reckless valor. And when the dust settled, it was saving Ryan's privates. The battlefield told no lies. 199.25 to 167.09. A victory both decisive and delicious.
All
Saving
those
Ryan's
privates.
privates struck fury, with the fury of a team possessed. Dowdle. Rico Dowdle, man, charging like a war horse through the stats with 42.9 points, leaving defenders and expectations trampled in the dirt. Jamar Chase scored high with 10 catches and 22 points, while Jordan Brooks on defense turned in a heroic 21.1 points, the kind of performance that makes legends whisper. Meanwhile, across the scorched earth, Hercules' huge sock fought valiantly. Dak Prescott tossed 3 touchdowns for 27.7 points. Derrick Henry thundered for 21 points. And Foye Olokun stood tall with 22. And yet, fate is cruel. For there, upon the bench, glowing with untapped glory, sat Brian Thomas Jr., shining with 21 points, unplayed, unheeded, unseen, while Garrett Wilson wound up wounded and weary, stumbling to a mere 2.8 points. A bench blunder worthy of the Bards.
Oh,
And let us not forget the kicker, Chad Little, 0 for 1 on field goals and 0 for 1 on extra points for minus 2 points to the total of his team. Thus, the tale concludes. Saving Ryan's privates rides to 4-2, a team reborn in fire and fortune. Hercules' huge sock descends to 3-3. Their myth dimmed, their sock a little damp with tears this time.
you say Saving Ryan's Privates has a record of 4-2?
Hey, he's 6-0. Mario's got a point. He's
Oh, my
6.
bad. 6-0.
Yeah,
That's
that's
our
the amount of inches Hercules' supposed huge sock wishes he was.
6.0.
micro peeping. Oh man,
It must be
Not-
cold out.
your uncle just keeps getting lucky. That 6-0 record, and it's Rico Dowdle, 40 points a game every week. Man, it's so rough.
Jeez.
I know. All right, I'll try to get through this one. In this battle of femme fatales, this week's battlefield wasn't just bloody, it was beautifully
Not
brutal. The one struck down the victorious Valkyries in their charge for the championship, claiming both the Conquer of the Week and the Massacre of the Week titles. Final score
wow.
256.68 to 209.02, a 47.66 point takedown.
We are not
Just
worthy.
fuck no, we are not. Jess did not just win, she dominated. Patrick Mahomes went full cheat code with 39 points. McCaffrey reminded everyone why he's a demigod with 26. Cam Scattaboo went absolutely nuclear with 37 points.
Oh gosh, those three.
Almost, yeah. When almost your entire roster shows up to slaughter, there's not much an opponent can do but pray to the fantasy gods for mercy. Chas's Valkyries fought valiantly, every player putting up strong numbers. But sometimes you're not facing a team, you're facing a storm. And this week, Jess was the Storm. Congratulations to Jess on a massive 5-2 record and a commanding view of the league summit. As for Chas, better luck next week. Or maybe not. But we'll find more on that later. What can you do when you play the
Wow.
top scorer of the week?
Yep.
And she scores
What
that
can you
much more
do?
than everyone else.
Mhm.
That was an onslaught.
I mean,
Good lord.
Chas would have beat any one of us with that score and played Jess. So
Yeah, she was the second highest scorer of the week, right? And she was 46 points behind Jess. Yep.
Yes.
yeah,
Yep.
crazy, right? Jess is just killing it. She's got a monster of a team there.
Yep.
Big congrats.
Yeah. Cam Scadaboo's low draft value. Patrick Mahomes' past 2 years in fantasy. Who really? CMC, the doubt with his injuries. Man, did she capitalize on all of those? That was a strong draft. Taking some chances there. I love taking chances. That's right after my own heart.
Just drafted my boot. Okay. I got some shit talking. I was looking up a player. I got some shit talking when we get to a matchup. So
All right. So next we have Daniel's matchup. Uh, I was so sure Richard would come out with a win here. He's been doing better each and every week. He even had a 33-point contribution from Dallas Goddard.
Yeah.
Dallas Goddard. If you get 33 points from Dallas Goddard, that's like a gift, and usually that's a cherry on top of an already blessed week, and you dominate. However, fantasy is a team sport, and his other players all all contributed, but were way out of their league. Daniel, on the other hand, was extremely successful to start their season and have been plagued with more misfortune than the 49ers.
Yeah.
Did you see that press conference with Kyle Shanahan? And they have him read the injury report, and it takes him 32 seconds. They say he takes 6 long breaths, and he doesn't show his face as he's looking down at the report for most of the conference there. Yeah, it was sad.
I'd be sad too if you had to say that half your team was dead. Bring out your dead. Bring out your dead.
And everyone's like, you could get coach of the year this year. And he's just like, fuck off.
Yeah, that's not what I want to hear.
Like I'm gonna get
Yeah.
fired. Then
I want a Lombardi. That's the only trophy I want. Thank you very much. Yeah, so Jaden Daniels and JSN combined for 63.34 points by themselves to drag the rest of his team out of the ICU and onto the field in time to beat one of the only two teams they could steal a victory from. We see you, Robbie. It wasn't pretty, but a win is a win. Now there is only one defeated team, and it's not you. Enjoy the victory. Let it wash over your team and boost your morale. Heal your troops and come back to the winner's circle. Hopefully, week 8 or 9. Yeah.
Daniel's very.
Uh, I need to go on a run, man. I need to go on a run if I ever have a chance of doing anything this year. But yep,
Yeah.
that or I just start selling my team off.
Hey, that's a good strategy too. Start thinking of next year.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton.
As it is.
All right. Yes, finally in the winner circle for the first time this season in this league. Taste victory, taste glory. And yeah, hope it continues. We'll see.
We
with
really want
with a
people to listen to us, but we're really better. We're better than our record show.
Yeah, I know.
yeah.
We're all not doing very good this year. Injuries have been brutal for me this year, and I also a massive amount of luck. So to the next battle. Another chapter is etched into the chronicles of our league. The defending Champio, marched forth once more, wielding his banner of glory, his title of current champ, Smighty Mighty Bastons. But from the shadows above came Alan, the silent hunter, owl formation. And, my friends, this bird did not swoop, it descended from the heavens and tore the champion to shreds. The score 219.31 to 201.29. A close battle by moral standards, but the gods know better. This was an owl's feast. Josh
He
Jacobs.
waited for the final night. It was it was a twilight ending, much to his name.
Yes.
Go ahead, Bard.
Yeah.
Tell my story.
Josh Jacobs led the charge for Owl formation, thundering for 93 yards and 2 touchdowns, and another 57 through the air for 36.1 points. The unrelenting fury. Besides him, DeAndre Swift unleashed chaos over 170 total yards and 2 touchdowns for 34.8 points. Mario has been a critic of DeAndre Swift through the years, and he must have known that this was happening because he brought it for him for this particular thing. And
This is true.
the smuggest grin in fantasy realm has ever seen belongs to DeAndre Swift for that fact. Even the Rams defense rose like a wall of iron, posting 31.25 to secure victory in orchestrated destruction. As for the fallen champion, Drake May has been his bright spot this year. Fought like a demigod, carving 43.5 points from the bones of New Orleans. His defense and kickers, Seattle and Eddie Pinheiro, combined for another 44 points of divine effort. But the
Mhm.
rest of his army, a parade of mediocrity. Cortland Sutton caught one pass and immediately disappeared into the ether. Malachi Taylor gave us 2 yards. Judkins, once mighty, trudged to 8 lonely points. But it was the bone. But it was as if the Bastones showed up with pool needles to this fight. Thus, the crown wobbles. The champ, now 2-5, stands amid the wreckage, staring upward at the owl who watches patient and one win closer to the heavens. Owl formation soars to 5 and sorry, to 2-4.
Yeah, we've got the same score. 2 and
Wings
4 and 2 and 4.
yeah. So you guys sorry for your destruction there, Mario.
Are you?
Yeah,
Are you?
it's okay. It's okay because
Just one
my
min more.
my IR players are all coming back by week 8 and it's game on.
Cripple squad's coming.
Yeah, it's time for a run if we ever have a dream of making the playoffs in this league. So
Hmm. Definitely. All right. In this week's battle for Ananke's Temple of BDSM, this week the winds cracked, the chains rattled, and someone found out they liked it a little more than they expected.
Rihanna?
I'm an Aztec warrior, entered the temple, and left more than a man. A deep voice, 1,000-yard stare, and a suspicious appreciation for leather. Final score 205.62 to 165.38. A
ooh,
40.24 point beatdown. The Aztec warrior's voice just keeps dropping octaves. At this rate, he's going to hit frequencies that'll shatter glass and summon Morgan Freeman. The leading the charge was Jalen Hurts with 24.5. Ashton Genty rocking the silver and black with 21.7, and Rashad White with 22.5. Sam Laporta bringing up the pain with 20. Everyone out here doing their best Lawrence Fishburne impersonations. Sorry. Maybe next week he'll catch full Michael Clark Duncan mode. Meanwhile, on the other side of the temple, things got really uncomfortable for Robbie's crew. Bound, gagged, and betrayed by their own lineup, Ananke's temple of BDSM got disciplined the hard way with a season low 165.38. Tell him what he's won, Johnny. That's right. You've won this week's Banished One title. This includes a full ceremonial lashing, not the fun kind, and a guided tour of how your fantasy team failed spectacularly. Let's review the crime scene. Bo Nix, a soft 16 points. Trey Henderson, 6 points. Barely a flick. Amon Ra, sun dimmed to 9. Keenan Allen, back to 6. Even the Lions defense went house cat mode with 12. Sure, McBride put up 26. But when 3 of your 5 defenders don't show up, that's less Temple of Pleasure and more Dungeon of Disappointment. So, Robbie, you are hereby banished to Hades, kicked down the pit, no safe word in sight. Congratulations, Martin, on manhood achieved. It's all downhill from here, brother.
Robbie, it rubs the lotion on its skin.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
gets the hose again.
Yeah.
Roll it up, Rob.
I promise no hose. All right. In the next one, we have Ali versus Ray. Usually, QBs have the best chance to score your team the most points. But this match was anything but normal. Varathragna's vengeance and the Hail Marys jousted like a pair of headless horsemen. Almost as a tribute to the Halloween season itself, Ali started Tua and Ray started Justin Fields. Both had awful fantasy showings, getting nowhere near double digits from either. Nevertheless, though they were let down by their generals, both teams had disgustingly productive sergeants to make up for their insufficiencies. Ray had Achan with 40.7 points, followed by Drake London with 29.8 points. And sitting on the bench behind Fields was Caleb Williams with 27.18 points. Enough points to have made the difference in their record. Despite a 40-point player, Ali said, "Hold my beer. I see your RB blowing up this week. And I raise you Bijan freaking Robinson on a tear with 43.6 points, nullifying that massive Achan score." After that, Ali made a statement. Defense wins championships. And every IDP player showed up scoring no less than 15 points. Yeah, that's what I like to see. You did all right, Ali. Scoring third highest this week. Don't let it go to your head.
He dropped Kyler Murray, knowing it was the week of Call of Duty being released. Kyler Murray didn't do good, but he did
He
do
didn't
better than
play.
yeah. Well, no, no, he didn't.
He feigned an injury so he'd have time
Download the
in
map pack.
bed to play. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Well, always a gross thing to see Ollie win. What a shame.
All right. We'll go on to the treasure hunters of the week. Chas won Defensive Player of the Week with New England's Marcus Jones with 25.6 points.
Great
And
pickup.
Mario
Yeah.
won Offensive Player of the Week with the highest scoring kicker since week 2, Eddie Pinheiro, with
Solid pick.
21 points. The Niners finally have themselves a kicker, and this is what we thought Jake Moody would be. So,
Mhm.
Right. Yeah. All right. So last week I went 2-5, while Mario and Daniel both went 4-3. Let's see how we do this week, and let's pick 'em.
All right.
Woof.
the,
Can I share something?
the spouse battle.
Yeah. I have something to share. So
Mhm.
I don't have a starting running back on my team, and I
Mhm.
had to go to waivers this week for one. Nick Chubb is my starting running back. She dropped him 2 weeks ago. So I will be playing her Chubby in my spot. And I hope he does well
Ah,
and beats her. I'm
dude,
using I'm using her
that
powers.
would be that would be epic.
Absolutely epic, yes. Yeah, that'd be nice if he had a good day. So but for all intents and purposes, I'm gonna pick Chas because I think she's gonna kick my ass.
Yep.
Yeah, she's been awesome as per
Yes.
usual.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. So, all right. Well, let's see.
I I think we have Chas across the board.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
I'm
next
gonna let
it's
you guys do the games.
Yep.
yeah. Next it's Jose versus Hercules. He tells himself it's huge
Soggy
sock.
sock. Mhm.
And it's I think we're gonna pick the Kuiper Belt soldiers versus the below the belt not so champions.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to agree on that one.
Across the board.
Yep.
It's one of those weeks, is it?
Yeah.
Looks like
And
it, with the
then
exception of this next one.
next we have my Uncle Rob saving Ryan's privates versus the Apache guerrillas. And per the fantasy data, Daniel should win by 27 points. However, I think Uncle Rob just hasn't set his lineup yet. And yeah, those privates are going to fly in the face of the tea bag on the Apaches.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you just gotta add 20 points to Rico Daddle's expected points, right?
Yes,
I'm
that's right.
Projections.
I'm thinking you got one win and you got a little lead in your pencil, so you're
Mm.
picking yourself.
Well, I picked myself last week and I won. I picked the other team the week before and I lost the game, but I still won in this one. So I just I feel like I might have some juju coming my way, and I'm hoping not
Uh-huh.
Brian Branch's kind of juju
That's
coming this
exactly
way,
what I
but
was thinking.
but I'm
Watch the
hoping
right
that
hook.
I can start
Yeah.
making a turn here a little bit.
Well, I'm gonna pick
Can't
your
wait to get
uncle
Bucky back.
as he's 6-0. Yeah, you
Yeah.
need Bucky for this. If you had Bucky, it'd be a different situation.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna pick your uncle.
I don't think winning is part of your early season ritual right now.
Truth. All
So
right.
next is Jess against some poor soul. Who is it this week? Alan.
Jess.
Oh, poor Alan. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. He's on the other end of this double barrel shotgun this week.
Yeah. Why is there a pencil in the trigger slot?
Yeah.
Yeah, dark humor, sorry. Yeah, I think Jess is gonna rock this one. She's just the one. She's Neo at the moment. So
Yeah, she's pretty damn hard to beat. It's gonna take an injury to take her down to our level.
oh my god. McCaffrey and Scattaboo. What a combo.
Yeah.
Mm.
And the way Scattaboo's been absorbing all the powers of all the other 49ers, I don't think he's going down. Next will be Trent Richardson, and then he's going to grow 4 inches.
Not in height.
Oh, he's going to go Frank Gore style, huh?
He's going to go Franco. He's going to carry a baseball bat with him. Yeah, that's right. All right, next battle. I'm an Aztec Warrior versus Arjuna Warriors. I think we went Martin across the board. Yeah, we did.
Yep. Sorry, Unc. Yeah, I'm definitely going for Martin here.
Yeah, he scored more than me last week. I don't like it. But
I don't think any of us
yeah, I don't like that Martin scored more than me.
Well, they've started running Ashton Genty in his Michael Myers pose. So he just stands there like he's about to kill it, and he does. So
he does. He can see better like that. That's why he said he saw it.
Exactly. It's his vision.
That's his vision. Now he can actually see what the defense is throwing at him before he gets the ball. I mean, why they were forcing him to bend down in the first place just shows you how
because it's football, and that's what he should do. Shut that coach up, right? That kid stood all of college, and he did phenomenal. Yep.
Yeah, Chip Kelly's an idiot when it comes to reading players.
Yes, he is.
They're numbers, not players.
Yep. All right, next battles. Mighty Boston's versus Veratharagna's Vengeance.
You can't make me do it. Mario, you're going to win it.
Damn right I will.
That's right.
I did choose Ali, but good luck, Mario.
You're fired.
Thank you,
2-1. We'll see how this shakes out.
That's so gross.
I feel like I beat him already.
Interesting. I don't know. Which week? No way. All right. Next matchup. Anike's Temple of BDSM versus the Hail Marys. And we all take Ray.
Yep. Raymond all the way.
Mm-hmm.
Another team that's killing it. So
he's been a beast.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for marching with us. Stay tuned next week for my voice and the week 7 battles. Thanks for marching with us. As always,
ascend.
Dominate? I don't remember. I don't remember.
We had one word.
Cut the throat, lift it up, and bleed it out kosher style. Thank you very much.
Graphic.
In the realm of legends lies the council gathers with power as their guide. Jonathan the strategist with wisdom's might. Mario and Daniel warriors ready to ignite. Thunder roars, lightning cracks the sky. Electric strings sing a battle cry. In this arena